So as you can tell, I'm back in Utah. We are done with our Wind Rivers Range hike, and we did a couple loops up in, we did the east side and the west side of the Grand Tetons. So I'm back here in Utah with Brad from As the Crow Flies, and we are going to take him on a local hike. Today we are going to the Crimson Trail. Come along with us. Looks like we got some new signs up here now. Nice map. Definitely one that I want to be taking and trying to go over to Dry Canyon. Been looking forward to doing this trail. So maybe future, but for now we're doing the Crimson Trail. We're going to do the loop because the Crimson Trail is probably one of my favorite trails in Logan Canyon. I just love it. We're going to do a big climb up on top of China Wall, and then we'll do the loop down and come along the river. So you'll be up. You want to do this in the morning because by afternoon the temperatures are going to be hot and you are totally exposed up on that ridge. So this is definitely a morning hike, but we'll enjoy the shade along the river as we come back. Let's check out this new stuff here. Crimson Trail. I've never seen that sign before. Got a nice river cross. They have really done some work on this trail. I'm pretty impressed. All right, so we've made it to our junction. We're going to turn and start our climb up to the China Wall. We'll be on top of it here shortly. Pretty good climb up to the top. So I probably won't be showing you any of that. I'll be huffing and puffing for a while. But once we're up there, we're going to have some amazing views. So only a few more switchbacks and we'll be up to elevation. Definitely have some trail legs because we got up to elevation pretty quickly with very little effort. So hiking for 10 days kind of does that for you. It's been nice to do some light hikes here at the end and really kind of enjoy smaller trails. You can kind of see right now we got the wind caves across from us, but we'll get better views of that as we go. Let's finish these last few switchbacks and we'll show you some better views. All right, we are up to elevation and now we are just going to follow these cliffs all the way around. These cliffs, as people have referred to them as the China Wall. And it gets close to the edge and it is just amazing. Fun hike. We're gonna walk through the woods for maybe a quarter of a mile and then we'll be on the cliffs.
Can we take a picture?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little overlook area. So this is the kind of stuff you got to do when you're shooting videos. Little bit of back and forth. We put a few extra miles in when we were filming all this stuff the last couple of weeks. So let me show you. You can't tell, but where the setup of the camera was to catch the shot. So now that we're up almost even with the wind caves, and this is probably the closest point to it that we're going to get, let's see if we can get a good view of what we're looking at. So there's the wind caves, the most popular trail in Logan Canyon. It is really cool to visit, but just be prepared for plenty of people. And it is a hot hike, so bring plenty of water. Now you can see a little more of what we're going to be skirting across these higher walls. Now you can tell the heights of some of it. All right, this is going to be the end of the cliffs, and we're going to start our descent. These are like some of the best photo opportunities you can get right through here. Do a 360, look at those cliffs. Let's come out here. Mind the cracks. Let's walk out to this point here. We're going to be going up and around, and the canyon behind that cliff over there, that's where we're going to make our descent. It's probably my favorite descent out of here. A little further down where it gets exposed and rocky, I'm not such a fan of, but that initial descent through this canyon is beautiful, and I'll show you as we go. I love the Crimson Trail. Got to just reiterate that this is a fun trail, short, and now we're going to drop down and enjoy the river on our way out. So I'll show you that as we go. And then our cliffs gets a little loose, so watch your footing. But it's really not too bad. Couple little hidey holes in the cliffs. And back in the woods. We'll make a drop out and through the woods and follow the cliff area until we are at the front of the mountain, where we'll be doing those exposed switchbacks. And that's where it kind of gets steep and loose, and you really got to be careful there. So once you do that initial drop, you kind of level out until you get around to the front side. Take a nice little walk through the woods, following the cliff area. This is part that I really enjoy, just looking back up at these cliffs and knowing that we were up on them. So this is the only portion of the trail I'm not a huge fan of. It drops quickly. It's pretty loose through here, so you got to be careful. But it gets you down to the riverbed quickly. And once you're down in the riverbed, you just kind of rolling hills and follow the river. It's beautiful through there. Great opportunities to see wildlife. So I will skip past this section since it really is loose, and we'll get down to the river where it's beautiful and a little noisy because you are following the road a bit, but it doesn't seem to hinder some of the birds and stuff that are in that area. All right, let's get going down the hill. All right, as you can tell, we are down level with the Riverside Trail and headed back to the car. I ran out of battery on my GoPro about halfway through, so you can probably tell the difference about halfway through this. And my phone is dying, so I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Just getting this trail in. Enjoyed my time with Brad. Remember to watch his stuff on As the Crow Flies. And remember, Don't just look at the views, become part of them. We'll talk to you later.